I'm Hieneman with the Village's Daily Sun. I'm a sports reporter, and this is Connor O'Brien. He's also a sports reporter with the Daily Sun. The bracket challenge is now out. You can find the way to enter in the Village's Daily Sun, the paper, or go to thevillagesdailysun.com. And Connor, have you filled out your bracket yet?
Yes, I have, and I'm big on UNC this year. You know,
why are you big on UNC?
You know, Davis's squad this year really great. I know they have R.J. Davis, reigning ACC Player of the Year, with Davis's squad. His first year in the ACC after taking over. They won the national championship. And to be honest, it's kind of a weak year. I like a little bit of star power. I think R.J. Davis can get it done. I think the rest of UNC can get it done. I really like the squad, and I think they can do it.
Who do you think one of their biggest tests might be down the stretch?
Ooh, I think, honestly, and this is who I have them playing in the championship, is Kentucky. Kentucky can score with anybody in the league. Anybody in this tournament. I really do believe that. Reed Shepard's great. Rob Dillingham, I think, reminds me a lot of Trey Young, and I think they just have the power to like get to 90 points any game, any game.
Absolutely. Yeah. The entirety of the SEC is completely loaded with scores. I mean, you got Florida, you have Alabama. None of these teams play very good defense, but a lot of them can make a run just based on outscoring their opponent with raw scoring. My favorite to kind of come out as a dark horse is Texas Tech. They got two guards, Pop Isaacs and Darian Williams. Darian Williams is one of those players where if he gets hot, anything can happen. He had a game against Kansas where they won by 29 because he went 12 for 12 from the field and scored 30 points. I think down the stretch, if he gets hot, they're going to be a team to contend with.
Steven, how are you feeling about some Cinderella teams this year?
Well, I have a few picked out in the first round. The first one, everybody might think it's a pipe dream, but I have South Dakota State beating Iowa State, a 15 beating a 2 in the first round. South Dakota State has a rabid, aggressive defense. Iowa State might be coming off a little bit of a hangover game against Houston when they beat them in the Big 12 championship. So I think they might come out a little flat-footed, and if South Dakota State can build enough of a lead in the first half, they're going to be able to take them out. I think another good one is Samford. Kansas is 4 seed because they had some early success, but they've been struggling a lot down the stretch, and Samford has a team where all 5 of their starters can shoot threes above 40%. So I think if they get hot from the three-point line, I don't see how Kansas can catch up to them. And the final one, this is one that a lot of people believe in, it's going to be McNeese State. They got Will Wade as a coach. He came out of the SEC because of some recruiting violations with LSU, and I think McNeese State, with that caliber of a head coach, is going to be able to get the job done, especially in the first round, but maybe even down the stretch. I have them in my Elite Eight.
I don't know. I mean, there's some chances in there. Like, I feel like you were a little braver with your bracket than I was. Like, when I think about Cinderella teams, I'm like, I really think the Gators can do it this year. I know they lost Micah Hanglotten, #1 rebounding team in the nation. To lose your best rebounder, that is a lot. However, SEC championship, he was only playing about 15 minutes a game. It is a big loss. It was devastating. You saw that in the Auburn game, players crying on the bench. Devastating to lose your #1 rebounder is the #1 rebounding team in the country. But Tyrese Samuel plays a lot of minutes. He's a really good rebounder. That team can rebound really well. If that's your biggest thing going, it sucks losing your #1 piece, but like, it's a well-rounded team. They can score with anybody. I think they've shown that. Beaten Alabama twice this year. They've beaten Kentucky this year. They can ride with the big dogs. I know they're a 7 seed. I felt like they were really underseeded this year. And call me a homer. I am a UF grad. Steven's a UF grad too. But I think the Gators can get it done.
I have Marquette beating them in the second round. Shaka Smart has really emerged as one of the top coaches in college basketball. They're a dreadful rebounding team, but since Micah Hanglotten got injured in that game, Tyrese Samuel, I expect him to be in foul trouble about 30 minutes into the game. They're going to take him out with 4 fouls, and I think Marquette's going to start slamming the offensive boards. They might have between 15 and 20 second chance points. I just don't think Florida can hang with that caliber and that aggressiveness of an offense that Marquette has. And then I have Marquette losing to Texas Tech in the Elite Eight. Okay. Because I don't know why the Red Raiders are just one of my favorites this year. So who do you have winning it all?
UNC.
UNC, the Tar Heels?
Who do you have?
I have the Creighton Blue Jays winning it all. I think Kalkbrenner and Hieneman are one of the best duos in all of college basketball, and I love Greg McDermott as a coach. He made it really far as a 6 seed last year, and I think as a 3 seed this year, coming out of a Big East schedule that was loaded with top teams, I think McDermott, Hieneman, Kalkbrenner, and the Creighton Blue Jays can get it done this year.
If you still want to do a bracket, they're open until Thursday. You can find them on thevillagesdailysun.com. We're both playing. We'd love to have you guys play too.
We're your expert pickers, so if you want to play against us and hopefully score a lot more points than us, because I'm not confident in my bracket at all, you should definitely fill out a bracket and see if you can beat me.
Beat me too. I'm pretty confident about mine. We'll see.